Hello everyone. Today we deal with classifying sentences, the classification of sentences. We have to write good sentences. So how do we write good sentences? How do we spice up our writing? By using a variety of sentences. So to use a variety of sentences, we must know the purpose of the sentence, the structure of the sentences, and how they're used. So let's dive in. Sentence classification of sentences.
It's 1 p.m.
It can be classified by purpose or by its function. Purpose or function. What is the purpose of the sentence? What is the function of the sentence? It can be classified by its structure. How is the sentence formed? The structure of the sentence, syntax, can be classified by that. Another classification may be whether it is a major sentence or a minor sentence. A major sentence is essentially a regular sentence and a minor sentence is an irregular sentence. Sometimes there are one-word sentences and words which are commonly used like hello, exclamatory marks, ouch, wow. So these are irregular sentences. Let us say major or minor. So these three ways a sentence can be classified: by purpose or function, by its structure, and whether they are major or minor. Clear? Okay. Let us move to the first thing, by purpose or function. Now, by purpose or function, it can be a declarative sentence, it's a declarative sentence, it declares a statement, it gives a statement. An interrogative sentence, interrogative sentence is questions, they ask questions. Declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, exclamations, surprising, amazing. And it can be imperative, command, giving a command. These are the four functions, major functions of a sentence. Another function can be instructions also, instructive, instructive sentences. Instructions, they are not actually declarative, they are giving instructions. It is not a command, it is not interrogative, and it is not also exclamatory. They are just plain simple instructions. So this another classification might be there. Now let's see some examples of these so that it becomes more clearer. Declarative, it is declaring. For example, the dog bites. So that is a bit. The dog bit. Bit who? Let's say the man, the woman, the child. Let us say the man, or the child, or the woman. The majority are women here. So let's not keep women. So what do you want to keep? The dog bit home. Let us say me. The dog bit me. Okay. The dog bit me. Period. Just period. American English is known as a period. British English is known as a full stop. This ends the sentence. The dog bit me. This is a declarative sentence because it declares a statement. The dog bit me. Now, interrogative is a question. Interrogation. Interrogative. It's a question. Did the dog bite me? I must be really stupid if the dog bites me and I do not know. And I ask somebody else, did the dog bite me? Okay, so let's say, did the dog bite him? Did the dog bite him? It's a question. Interrogative. Now we have exclamatory. In this interrogative, we have another subset. It is known as rhetoric. Rhetoric. R-H-E-T-O-R-I-C. Rhetoric. They are also questions, rhetoric questions. They are generally used to give some emphasis, to give a focus on some topic that you want. They do not provoke an answer. Like here, in the interrogative question, if you give a question mark, this provokes an answer. That did the dog bite him? You might say yes, you might say no, you might say maybe, but you are answering, so it provokes an answer. In a rhetoric question, it does not provoke an answer. It rather aims to encourage an acceptance of a stated idea, or a thought, or a fact. You want acceptance. You are encouraging acceptance. And that is why you are putting many questions. Like, for example, the dog bit me. Did he not take me to the hospital? Did he not catch a cab? Did he not run to save me? Is he not my friend? So these types of questions, the following questions. After the dog bit me, did he not do this? Did he not do that? Are all encouraging an acceptance that yes, he did such and such and such things. Clear? Rhetoric. Yes, it is used in politics. Politicians use it generously. And imperative statements also politicians use it generously. Manifestos, political speeches. But this is also used. Rhetoric. Verbal rhetoric. So, rhetoric question, interrogative question provokes an answer, seeks an answer. Rhetoric question is a subset of interrogative question, but it does not provoke an answer. It rather seeks an acceptance. Clear? Okay. Now we have exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence. It's an exclamation, a surprise, amazement. Wow. Let's say ouch. O-U-C-H. Ouch. Exclamation mark, an exclamatory sentence, not necessarily that it has to have an exclamation mark, but preferably. Ouch. The dog bit him. This is capital. Ouch. The dog bit him. Bit him, not bite him. It's bit him. Past. The dog bit him. Ouch. So such kind of exclamatory sentences are used in informal speech, informal language, and in fiction, writing fiction. In academic or non-fiction writing or formal writing, it is not used, or very scarcely used, if used at all. It is generally not used at all. There are no surprises, there are no exclamations in academics or in formal writing. But in informal speech, in fiction, yes, it is generally used, generously used. Okay? Now we have imperative sentence. Imperative sentence gives a command. Gives a command. So let us say, bite him. You are telling the dog, you have a dog, you have a pet dog, and you find an enemy, say bite him, go bite him. Let us say, for example, don't tell your dog to bite your neighbor. Okay, bite him. So let us say bite him. This is an imperative sentence. Now here the subject, the dog, is implicit. The subject is implicit. Are you following me? The subject is implicit here. We also have one-word sentences. A sentence cannot be formed without a verb. A verb is a prerequisite. A sentence must have a verb. So if there is a one-word verb, if there is a one-word sentence, then it is obvious it has to be a verb. So let us say go, or run, or move. All these are verbs. All these are one-word verbs. They are imperative sentences. So you can form a sentence with a single word. It has to be a verb and it has to be an imperative sentence. Yes. So you are clear about this classification of sentence? We are classifying it first by purpose or its function. Declarative, it declares, it's a declaration, like the dog bit me. It's a statement. I'm just saying that the dog has bitten me. Now, interrogative, it's a question. Did the dog bite me? And a subset is rhetoric. Rhetoric questions, which is used to emphasize certain point. Yes, it is generally used by politicians. So generously, and variously used by politicians. That's rhetoric. Now we come to exclamatory. It's an exclamation, a surprise. Used generally in the informal writing and one-to-one correspondence, fiction writing generally comes with an exclamation mark. Ouch, the dog bit me. Or him or her. Okay? Now we have this exclamatory is not much used in academic circles, academic writing, or formal writing. Yes, in fact, it is not used at all. And if at all it is used, it is very scarcely used to show some example. Like you're writing something and you're writing said that the dog bit him and he said such and such thing. So for example, within quotes, he said ouch. He said ouch. And you can write ouch and an exclamation mark. And this is within quotes. So you are giving a direct quote of the person who was being bitten by the dog. So it serves as an example, but not as a part of speech. Right. So then we come to imperative is bite him. Or go, sit down, do your homework. Commands. Go left, stop. These are all commands. These are all imperative sentences. Another is instructive sentences. Instructive sentences, they are just giving instructions. Giving simple instructions which are not commands. You may follow the instructions, you may not follow the instructions. It's not a command. It is not declarative because it just doesn't just declare. It tells you something to do something. It's an instruction. Pull the lever up, put it down, then this will happen, then that will happen, then the gear will move, and certain instructions in a process, in any process, the instructions that follow, they are known as instructive sentences. The function of the sentences is purely to give instruction, irrespective of the fact whether you understand them, you do not understand them, you follow them, you do not follow them, you read them, you do not read them, you abide by them, you do not abide by them. The only purpose is to give you the instruction. So they are the instructive sentences. Okay, now we move on to by structure. Sentences by structure. So this is clear. So this is clear. By purpose and function, declarative, interrogative, exclamatory, imperative, and instructive. Now we move to by structure. By structure is simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, and compound complex sentence. Complex, compound complex. So compound complex is basically a fusion of compound and complex. It is also known as complex and compound. Yes, you want a break? Okay. We have a 10 minutes break.